So the Cleveland Cavaliers are looking very good to me, in my opinion. They're 31-4. They're on this 10-game winning streak. You could argue the semantics of, well, they've won 10 in a row. The Thunder did lose in the NBA Cup Finals, whatever. But let's just talk about the Cavs because this team is very good and they're a scary basketball team. Their offense looks sharp. There's been improvements from Darius Garland, Evan Mobley. We'll get to him in a moment. And, when it came to the Cavs coming to the regular season, people are like, well, they've been a top 3 seed when they're healthy. They've been flaming out in the playoffs. But we can't forget that failures are part of the playoffs. You're not going to win every season. There's only one team that wins the championship. But what have we seen for the Cavs over the past 2 seasons? Yes, they lost in 5 games to the Knicks 2 years ago. They lost in 5 games to the Celtics last year, but they had some injuries to Allen. He didn't play in that series. Donovan Mitchell went down after game 3. And Darius Garland has struggled in the playoffs, averaging 14 points a game. But I want to talk about their growth because there have been improvements in Mobley's game and Garland's game. And we can't forget, they're still young. They're only going to get better. And when you have core pieces that are learning to win basketball games, that, yes, they experience failures, they grow closer, and they get better. Also, the coach had to change. Kenny Atkinson has looked like the main source to get this team over the hump, where they look like a legit. I think they're title contenders, and I think they're going to give Boston a lot of problems if they meet up in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a great series to watch. Now, let's talk about Mobley for a moment. Last year, on his pick and roll actions, it just was very difficult for him to finish shots, make passes quicker. And what the Cavs have done this year is take those pick and roll actions away from Mobley, make him be more of a playmaker or somebody that's going to go towards the rim and finish at the basket. And that's more catered to Mobley because he can finish off the dribble. He can make decisions. Also, his spot up shooting during their 10-game win streak, I think he's shooting like 50% from the field from 3, which is really impressive stuff. And what Atkinson has done for Mobley is unlock his game and cater to his strengths. Also, he's shooting like 42% from 3 this season. So his offense has gotten better. Mobley's averaging around 19 points a game. And obviously, we know his defense is elite. He can switch 1 through 5. We know he's really good on defense. But what the Cavs have done when it comes to his offense is say, you know what? We're going to play less pick and roll action for you because that puts you in tough spots. We're going to put you in position where you're going to have the ball more in your hands to make decisions, move the ball around, or go to the rim and attack the basket and get you in spot-up shooting positions. I think that's better for Mobley, and we're seeing success with his offense. Now, for Darius Garland, I know there's been some concerns with his playoff slumps, and he's struggled there, but let's talk about his true shooting percentage. He's shooting 63% this year. That's 4% higher than his entire career. On floaters, when it comes to his floating game, he's shooting 64% on floaters. That's 5th in the league. When it comes to his percentage on catch and shoot jump shots, he's shooting 46% and he's shooting 42% off the dribble. Garland has really improved in these areas on offense. Now, I understand the defense can be concerned at times, but he's being competitive. He's fighting. Will he be successful all the time when it comes to his defense? No, because he's a smaller guard. You can't have that expectation, but he's competing, which is key. I know the cool thing that I looked up when it comes to Darius Garland, out of the 32 players in the league who've attempted at least 150 pull-up jump shots, Darius Garland ranks 5th in that category. So there are improvements in Garland's shot making, his ability to finish at the rim with his floating game. And you're seeing Garland just get better. That's what happens to basketball players. They go through struggles, they improve their game, and all of a sudden they're a more complete player. And you're seeing the elevation of Darius Garland. I think Garland will be much better in the playoffs. I don't think he's going to average 14 points a night. I think that's unrealistic. And I'm telling you, the Cavs offense, I saw this against the Mavericks, I think it was a couple nights ago. They got a rebound. Everybody runs to the other side of the basketball court. They're just sprinting, getting to their spots to move the ball, get a really good three-point shot, and the team is just hard to deal with. They move the ball. There's a lot of motion in our offense. And obviously, Donovan Mitchell, he's been really good. We don't want to just dismiss Donovan. He's been amazing this year for the Cavs and really good down the stretch in clutch situations. Just a reliable guy. And also the shooting variance. I want to share something with you guys. They're just shooting very well, and we'll see if this keeps up, but they deserve credit for how they're playing. You see here with the shooting percentages. Let me actually change my screen. Here we go. So as you see, Donovan Mitchell, 41% from 3. Garland, 43%. Mobley, 42%. Caris LeVert, 44.7. That's insane. Ty Jerome, been solid at almost 42%. Niang, 38%. Overall, they're at 40%. Here's what's something that stood out to me when it comes to the Cavs and the difference of shot making. I talked about shot variance with the Celtics. Look at the 3-point attempts. They're at 40 attempts per night, which means that they're getting other offense other than from the 3-point line, which unlocks things because if you're able to get in the mid range, if you're able to draw free throws or even, get more quality shots instead of just relying on a 3-pointer, that's going to put your offense in a better spot. That is really impressive, especially when you go up against the Celtics, they love to shoot the three. If you're able to just hold their, shot percentage, let's say to like 33% from the field, and your mid-range game is really good, and you're making it tough on the Celtics to make those threes and put more pressure, the Cavs are a really good team, and they're generating a lot of good looks, not just from three-pointer, but also from their twos, running in transition, because if you don't get back, they are going to burn you every single time. I think on defense, they forced the second most turnovers in the NBA. I think the Thunder are first. Again, they force turnovers. They make it hard. Now, when it comes to Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, in my opinion, when they face the Celtics, I say they both meet in the conference finals. I think the Cavs have to be better, or should say Garland and Mitchell have to be better than Tatum and Brown. Now, I understand that Garland gives up a lot of size, and so does Donovan Mitchell. And if the Celtics were smart, they will hunt for those guys when they're trying to score the basketball. But if I'm the Cavs and I'm moving the ball, I'm running a lot of motion, and I'm playing to the strengths of Garland and Mobley, then I can counteract that with mid-range shots, getting to the free throw line. Also, Darius Garland getting his floaters down and his pull-up jump shots. That is going to help the Cavs counteract whatever the Celtics throw at them, get into the post, and generate three-point shots. The Cavs are a legit title contender. I think they belong in the same conversations as the Thunder and the Celtics. You look at the improvement of Evan Mobley, the improvement of Darius Garland, and the leadership of Donovan Mitchell, and still being an elite shooting guard. The Cavs are a scary team, and the Celtics need to get ready because if they're not sharp enough, or if they're still dealing with injuries with Kristaps, if Tatum isn't playing in the post in that series, I think the Celtics are going to be in for a long series, and I think it will go 7 games. And if it's going to Cleveland, we're assuming Cleveland's going to keep up this level of play. That's going to be a tough game. I don't know if they can survive without Porzingis in that series because of the size and the versatility and the depth of Cleveland. I think it could wear out the Celtics. And if relying on Al Horford and Cornette, and we'll see if Tillman's still around, that's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. So again, the Cavs have been fantastic. They deserve more credit. I wish the media would talk about them more, but that doesn't happen enough, unfortunately. But they are on ESPN tomorrow, so a lot of people will watch them against the Thunder. It's gonna be a really good game. Fascinated by the matchups and how they're gonna attack the Thunder defense. But at the end of the day, the Cavs deserve credit. You're 31-4. You're not there for no reason. You're a legitimate basketball team, and to me, they're a title contender. There's no question about that. When it comes to the Eastern Conference, it's the Celtics and the Cavs. I want to put the Knicks in there, but I get concerned about their depth, and I think they need 2 more pieces. I don't think they can survive with their starting lineup playing 40-plus minutes a night, and you're not getting anything from your bench, and you expect them to be ready to go for the playoffs. I think you could have some injuries. I don't wish that, or fatigue, because you got to have a bench. You got to have some depth. You got to play 8 guys in the playoffs. I know people talk about, oh, we missed this guy or that guy, but really you need a strong 8-man rotation, maybe 9 guys to be ready for the playoffs. So I think it's the Cavs and Celtics. And again, Cleveland's been really good. The improvements from Garland and Mobley, it's been impressive stuff. And I love what I'm seeing from that basketball team. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Cleveland. Do you think they're going to make the NBA Finals? Do you think they should be contenders? And do you think they're going to win the championship? Do you think there's any trades they should make before the trade deadline? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one.